today is another match preview. It's Derby County versus Swansea City in the Sky Bet Championship. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Obviously, it's going to be a tough game. Derby, they've got that point deduction, but Rooney's done a good job, to be fair, and I do think they'll stay up. I think we've only beaten Derby once in the last, 3 or 4 seasons, and that was last season when Morgan Whittaker scored. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game again. It always is against Derby, as I say, but hoping we can get the win, or we just come off the back of a 3-1 loss against Fulham, which, in all fairness, the boys did try very hard, and it's always a tough test against Fulham. You know what you're getting. They're one of the teams who, they'll always be up there and they'll always come straight back down. But yeah, Mitrovic was just too good for us on the day. But yeah, I think it's going to be a hard one to predict. Me and Luke will be going to, it'll be our second away day of the season, so yeah, I'm hoping we can get a win. But yeah, what's your thoughts going into this game?
I think this is a definite game, a definite win, I should say. Derby, they've been decent so far, but I think we got enough quality on the pitch to try and beat them. Obviously, we're coming off that 3-1 loss to Fulham, but really, in my opinion, that was just expected because of the quality that Fulham have up front and just overall. So it's going to be a tough test against Derby, but it's definitely a game that we can win. I think Pirro's been good so far for us, and I reckon he will definitely get a goal in this game. And yeah, I can see us winning the game, and it's a must win as well. Otherwise, we will be in a very dodgy position. I think we're currently sitting, it's at 20th in the league now after that loss, somewhere around there. So obviously not too good at the moment, but we need to start picking up points, and we need to start winning games on a consistent basis.
Yeah, now moving on to the injury news then. So starting off with Derby, Luke will address you with the Derby injury news.
Yeah, so they have one suspension, which is Kel Roos, their goalkeeper, and then obviously the actual injuries they have is Christian Bielik, who's got a knee ligament, and then you've got Colin Kazim-Richards, who's got an Achilles tendon.
Yeah, so now on to the Swansea injury news. So as of this moment in time, there's no confirmed, but Michael Obafemi's obviously been out the last 2 games, so that seems like a bit of a concern. You've obviously got Nacham, who came off injured against Fulham, so he looks to be injured as well. And then Ryan Bennett, I believe, is injured as well. And Rhys Williams hasn't been included, but I don't think he's injured. I think it's just, trying to get his the mental side of it back, obviously, after what he suffered. But yeah, so now moving on to the key players then for both teams. So starting off with Derby then, of the players available, I'd probably go with Ravel Morrison. Obviously he was meant to be the next big thing at United. It didn't quite work out, but in terms of ability, he's still a great player. And I'd also go with Tom Lawrence, the Welsh international. But would you add anyone else?
I think I'd probably keep it at that so far. And yeah, let's keep it at those 2 players so far.
Yeah, and then moving on to the Swans key players. And so if there's any Derby fans watching this, you need to look out for Joel Perreault, our main man of the moment, really. I believe he scored 6 goals this season, with 5 of them being in the league. I'd also go with, I would have said Nacham, but obviously he could be injured, so I'll just stick with what we know. What we know are available. I'd go with Jamie Patterson at the moment. He's our second top scorer. He's been terrific. I was one of his critics, but he is starting to prove me wrong a bit, and he is a good performer for us at a consistent basis. But yeah, would you add anyone else?
Yeah, I'd probably add Ben Hamer in goal, actually. I know he has had quite a lot of stick, for then certain goals in and just for his attitude, especially in that Luton game. But I think overall, against Fulham he had a really good performance, made some decent saves at times, and he tried keeping us in the game, but unfortunately, obviously our defensive and structure just didn't really go to plan. And but yeah, I'd probably add Ben Hamer to that list as well.
Yeah, so now moving on to the lineup as we go then. So for me in goals, I go with Ben Hamer. 5 at the back, at right wing back, I'll go for Ethan Laird. Left wing back, I'm going to go for Jake Bidwell. 3 at centre back, I think I'm going to go for, I think I'm actually going to change it up, and I'm going to have Ben Cabango. I'll keep him in. I'm going to have Ryan Mann also keep him in, but then I'm going to bring in Brandon Cooper instead of Norton, because I think Norton's just a bit dodgy in the central role. 2 midfields, I'm going to go with Matt Grimes and Flynn Downs. In the cam spot, I'm going to go with Jamie Patterson. And then up front, I'm going to go with Joel Perreault and Morgan Whittaker. But what's your lineup?
Yeah, in goal, I'll just go for Ben Hamer, because I think he's been on form so far this season. Right wing back, Ethan Laird. Left wing back, Jake Bidwell. Three at the back, we're going to go for Benga Bango, Ryan Bennett and Joel Latibodier. In midfield, I'll go for Flynn Downs and Matt Grimes. In Cam Incham if he's fit, but if not, I'll go for Jamie Patterson. And then up top, I'll go for Joel Perot. And if Obafemi's fit, then I'll go for him. If not, I'll go for Morgan Whittaker as well.
Yeah, obviously lastly on to predictions then. So it is going to be a tough game. I do think we'll get the job done. But I'm going to go Derby County 1, Swansea City 2. Tom Lawrence to get the goal for Derby, and to get the goal for Swans, I'm going to go with Joel Perot. And I'm going to go with, you know what, Brandon Cooper to get his first Swansea goal. But what's your prediction?
I think I'm going for a 2-0 Swansea City win. We haven't really kept that many clean sheets this season. Obviously, the last one was against Huddersfield at home. But yeah, I'm going for a 2-0 Swansea City win. I think Joel Perot will score for us. And also, I think I'll go for Jamie Patterson once again.
Yeah, but obviously a massive thanks for watching this video.
Yeah, cheers.
We will be back for a vlog tomorrow. We will be actually attending the game, our second away day this season. But yeah, obviously, thanks for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for the vlog tomorrow.